Some people say, Elaine, we love your styles and flows. I mean, your words are uplifting and speak to our souls, but yet we don't know you. I mean, your ability to connect on so many issues, one can only imagine the things that you have been through, and yet we don't know you. They even say things like, Elaine, I'm hoping that you could dig deep and tell my story for me. You see, the pain is too great and hard for me to deal with, but you have been given a gift. There's power in your words because they bring about healing. It's as if you were there, you know exactly what we're feeling, and yet we don't know you. Well, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, the youngest child of 5, where daddy disappeared sometimes 3 to 4 years at a time. So dysfunction became my way of life, and pretending is how I survived. Though many nights I thought I would die, having been exposed to domestic violence, drugs, alcohol, and child molesters, abandoned by the one man that I thought would be my protector. So I had nightmares and countless sleepless nights. Because in order for me to survive, I had to fight. So I believe that I have earned the right to be mad and angry as hell. And am I ringing any bells? But yet, you don't know me? Wait. In a committed relationship for 17 years, and at first there was even passion behind the tears. Now we both did our fair share of dirt to make each other hurt, and of course, we all go through ups and downs, but somehow we knew that if we could make it through, we would make things better, and you should have seen us together. I mean, we used to meet each other on solid ground to agree and disagree, but now we only talk in extremes, and I done lost my voice behind the screens and watched as my happily ever after turned into pieces of a dream. Now I know there's someone out there that knows what I mean, and yet you don't know me? Wait. See, because ever since the days of young, my son said, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Now, most parents would be proud, but I wanted him to break the cycle. So I was down for a minute thinking I didn't set good examples, but I had to understand that he is just entangled in that stage. You know, young but of age, and I'm so afraid because our babies are dying like plagues, and I want so much to save him, but I know that he needs to find his own way. Now, we still do those occasional hospital trips and late night stays, overdosing on dabs. Now, that's some real just say no for your ass, and I know that I'm crossing someone's path, and yet you don't know me? Wait. So I would like to take this time out to give a shout out and toast to all of my enemies, because I do believe under different circumstances, we would have been the best of friends. So I admire you for your honesty, because you let me know exactly where I stand, and it's kind of ironic because those are the same qualities we look for in our friends. But lately, I've been noticing a trend. See, once you're up, here come all those who pretend they have no vested interest in what happens to you in the end, and if you don't believe me, let them in. Treating you like the latest fad and got the hand out for anything they could grab. They don't want you, they want what you have. Start digging up old dirt in your past and Facebook and trash and claiming that they got your back, but the only thing they're doing is laughing. And lately, that's all I've been attracting. So I had to take a step back to do some reflecting and retracting, and now I know the difference between who's real and acting. I'm even noticing the first ones to run when some shit goes down. Now come on. Somebody up in here ought to know me by now, and if you don't, I suggest inquiring minds get to know themselves. This next piece right here is called Inflections. What if mirrors were truly inflections of your souls? Well, then the truth be told, especially in the case of those who don't see color. When there are deep-rooted issues concerning my sisters and brothers, you miss those signs like no more than 2 students at a time, and gentrification is surely not blind. As you co-op our neighborhoods, I saw a high-rise where the handball court once stood, and you couldn't pay people to walk down the streets of Bed-Stuy. Y'all remember Do or Die. The shock mama and them grew up in is now 1.5. So when pigmentation becomes the author and fabric of race relations, we're pipelined to injustice just because of the color of our skin. And for those of you who claim no hatred or bias because you got a few black friends, take heed to this message. For over 400 years, you benefited from all this oppression. So thank God and count your blessings, because my shoes you would never survive, much less walk in. You will never know death by traffic stops and infractions, head blows, chokeholds with hands up, not resisting. You will never know the pain of being called a nigger, so you can't imagine our degradation. But when you want to steal our cultures and styles to profit, all of a sudden we're Afrocentric. You went from dreadlocks, afros, cornrows, hell, even took breakdancing from the streets and turned it studio. So don't get me started in this here rap game. The fact that some of you can sound black doesn't make us the same, because you will never know our plight from whence we came, from kings and queens, not slave, black, African American. What the fuck do you mean make America great again? For if real change comes from within, there should be no one to claim that they're greater than, simply because of race, class, and pigment. But what if you were the color of my skin? Tell me, would you see it then? Would you question our ability to lead, for we have seen your promised land? Or will you hold these truths to be self-evident? And on truth, will you stand and reflect that? Woo! Okay. This next piece right here is called Our Daughters. You guys kind of have an exclusive. Some new shit. Barely into this world, so she doesn't know her body yet. Prime realty to get your body off as you benefit from all that is lost. So what's the going rate for your daughters? Be it the missing, exploited, arranged, borderline or mail orders, dressing it up and calling it an honor, acting like it's her duty to be a sex worker, when there are very few who knows what that is. You need to call it what it is, a rape culture. Got your hand in her pockets like vultures, because her weight in gold is based on how well she can fuck you, exposing her to disease and often her for pregnancies, talking that smooth daddy's here for you shit. Motherfucker, please, let me see you walk these streets, ass out, and I'm not talking sagging in any kind of weather. Yeah, bend over, because I'm about to give you the same respect you gave for gotta paying tithes like you some fucking savior. You wasn't shit until she made you, because she was the one you snatched from the schoolyard only to walk the boulevard and we pretend not to see her. She was promised to a pedophile at birth, and she took her chances on the street. She was payment to cross these fucking borders, and she was promised a better life through mail orders. She who cometh through the wound is still our daughters. Fuck a pimp. Okay. This next piece right here, I'm gonna do a couple of more pieces, then I'm out. This is called Every Knee. It's from the title of my CD. Check it out, get it. Yep. You know, poet girl need to eat, I'm just saying. So, Every Knee. Betsy Ross was a hero simply because she made a cloth. The red, white, and blue with stars, a symbol of freedom, but yet we still nail Jesus to the cross. If only we were that convicted about the injustices and the lives lost, because the only thing ringing true is that freedom does not come without a cost. Like the genocide of our nation's first people, and if you're thinking it's the Pilgrims, then you're already lost. And contrary to popular belief, slavery was never sovereign nor ordained by God. And so the fear today is the coming of a second Holocaust. Now listen. See, I don't believe that you could feel our pain, but surely you can understand our cause and the effects of discrimination based on same sex and who you fuck behind closed doors, where the color of your skin determines who shall live above the law, and depending on your gender, you stand to make a whole lot more. But ain't that some shit? The middle class is now the new poor, so back to using hangers and building walls, because the right to choose is not even yours, so privilege is a luxury that we just cannot afford. Lest there's equal rights across the board, so forgive me. You see, because I find it hard to stand, to place my hand over my heart, to pledge to all the bullshit that have ever been fed when we as a people are constantly being misled. So Lord, give us this day our daily bread, and how long must you go on turning your heads in this sweet land of liberty where we only come together in the midst of tragedy? So where the fuck are you all at? They're killing me. So unless you believe in false ideals and prophecies, then every knee shall bow. About to knock, you know.
I get a witness up in here.
Amen. All right, maybe I have time. One more? Okay. I went back and forth with which one I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do my Sermon on the Mount. To date, I think it's safe to say that millions of women have died by the hands of their husbands, boyfriends, and even their children. Their crimes, a culture of oppression. You see, violence is a condition, not a religion. But if you need a 12th step, let me take you on this road to benediction. You see, he without sin, let him cast the first stones, but I guess you be that exception. Well, who needs your seeds when Mary's giving birth to Christ through immaculate conception? And if it wasn't for Eve, would there even be a resurrection? You see, the curse is not that she deceived, it is that we are treated less than. So it's only right that when he rose, he chose to show himself first to a woman. Did not your heaven save Moses to deliver you on to the promised land? Did not Deborah come to judge with honor and respect, shedding light on God's master plan? And if it wasn't for Hilda, tell me, where would Joseph stand? And in order for Islam to survive, did not Khadijah stand on that front line? What about that Arab rebellion for women by women in 1929? You see, the paper gave a low number and said that 50 women died. Well, multiply that by infinity and well, welcome to my reality. You see, violence against women is violence against women is violence against women. There are no technicalities, no mercy and honor killings hiding behind your religion just to get your fixing from Apache Zulu nations. Now, I'm not drawing bloodlines because the sisterhood be my congregation, so I think it's about time that we break bread and partake in this communion. Sip the wine and toast. Here's to our reunion as the mothers of earth. And rarely do we put each other first? So sisters, I say the time is now. So as I walk upon this mound, my knees bent, head down, I'm saying, Father, why must I die by the hands of the ones that I bore life? Because I just don't understand. And if this is my fate, Master, please send me a new master plan. He said, baby girl, wipe your feet, because on holy ground you will stand. And your message is what I command. So from the moment you enter that birth canal, you would nurture with love, honor, and respect, and protected by women, because before man, you were child. Back when we were treated as equal and seen in his likeness and image as one. So no matter your color, Lord God, goddess of prophets, you are still my sons. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. Peace. God bless. So it is. Woo. Thank you.